Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to another broadcast of WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Tonight's program is brought to you by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
News Center 10, live at 5, is your #1 campus source for bringing you the latest news around the state, around Tiffin, and around the...
Be sure to stay tuned in as well tonight for our social spotlight as we check the pulse of Berg students and what they're thinking about on the hottest topics.
Coming up, thieves pose as high school students.
And also, Heidelberg will be hosting a music festival.
We'll also catch up on the newest social media trends.
And check out the latest in Heidelberg sports.
Don't touch that remote.
WHEI News Center 10, live at 5, starts now.
Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to WHEI News Center 10, live at 5 for Wednesday, February 18th, 2015. I'm Elizabeth Wren.
And I'm Ben Stevens. Let's get to our first story of the night.
On Monday night, a town hall meeting was held in Akron to open a dialogue and address the stressed racial tension between police and African Americans. The meeting yielded impressive results as citizens were able to directly communicate to the Akron Police Department and vice versa. According to the Beacon, last night's meeting was part of a 3-event program to, quote, identify problems and potential solutions to bridge the gap in Akron between officers and community members. The program is being hosted by the NAACP, the Akron Canton Barristers, and the Akron Summit County Action. The continuation of this first event will consist of 2 more open town hall meetings, one in April and one in July.
Over the course of a year, a homeless woman has walked over 8 miles to see her attacker face justice. The woman, who remains nameless, was attacked and raped while sleeping under a bridge in Columbus last year by 54-year-old Paul Hubert. Hubert, who reportedly has a severe problem with drugs and alcohol, pled guilty and was convicted and sentenced to 3 years February 10th. The woman, aged 47, said she was determined to see him to justice so that he wouldn't hurt anyone else, and she succeeded. There are now suspects of theft in Toledo who are posing as high school students who go around selling candy bars. The Toledo police are now asking for the public's help in identifying these thieves. Police say that the suspects pose as students from Central Catholic High School and have stolen purses, wallets, and possibly an iPad from unsuspecting people. The police believe that the suspects are only posing as Central Catholic students. Anyone with information regarding the suspects is urged to contact Crime Stopper at 419-255-1111.
With these bitter temperatures, it's necessary to turn up the heat in your homes. However, some families struggle to pay their gas, electric, and utility bills. Luckily, Columbia Gas of Ohio and Toledo Edison are offering assistance to families in need. Columbia Gas manager Chris Kozak says that many families don't realize that they qualify or that this assistance is available, and urges anyone who is struggling to heat their home to look into these options. Both companies can also arrange extended payment plans and are willing to aid people in whatever way they can. To see if you qualify, Columbia Gas and Toledo Edison customers can go to their companies' respective websites. That wraps up our local news segment for the day.
But don't go anywhere, because we'll have your biggest campus stories on the other side of these short messages.
You're watching WHEI TV 10.
Student programming from Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
This is great. Every day should be like this.
It will be when I retire in a few years. I've been planning and saving. Did you save for me?
Well, this is unexpected.
Where'd you come from? Out of the blue, just like an illness.
an emergency, or
That's enough, Mr. Unexpected.
savings man.
There's still time to plan. Find out how at choose2save.org with a ballpark estimate worksheet.
I will. Thanks, savings man.
No, thank you.
So visit choose2save.org today.
He serves his party best who serves the country best. Rutherford B. Hayes.
Patriotism is easy to understand in America. It means looking out for yourself by looking out for your country. Calvin Coolidge.
Is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid. Ronald Reagan.
There's nothing wrong in America. It can't be fixed of what is right in America. William Clinton.
Be the we now.
In an instant, everything we know can be taken away. I'm John LaRoquette, and as an actor, I've made a career on TV and performing on the broadcast. But is that what matters most? If I was suddenly disabled and couldn't take steps, couldn't I still act? Only abilities matter. Visit Kessler Foundation on Facebook and tell us your abilities. And go to KesslerFoundation.org, where only abilities matter.
Welcome back to News Center 10, live at 5. Let's get started on our Heidelberg Campus News segment. The Heidelberg community has been invited to attend Tiffin University's suicide training. The training will include important information on how to spot the signs in a friend and will also feature a college-aged guest speaker, Kyle Anthony, who will share his personal experience. This great educational opportunity is sponsored by Suicide Prevention Coalition of Seneca, Sandusky, and Wyandotte counties, along with Tiffin University. The event will take place on Thursday, February 19th from 7 to 8:30 in Oskaloosa Theater at Tiffin University.
This Saturday, February 21st, we'll have a song festival. The song festival will be in Old Concert Hall in Brenneman at 2 p.m. Enjoy a delightful afternoon of arts, songs, poetry of Emily Dickinson, and featuring the Heidelberg vocal students. A free will offering will take place during the intermission to support future vocal programming.
Sour Wine Health and Wellness Center will be observing special hours this Thursday, February 19th, due to Student Research Conference. Sour Wine will be closed for the duration of the conference from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Sour Wine will be open on Thursday from 5:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. and reopen at 5 p.m. So do you plan on going to the song festival?
You know, I'm not sure if I have time though.
I think it's really interesting. The way I was told what it is that it's Emily Dickinson poems put into song.
Really?
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's all we have for Berg's Campus News today. We'll get into all of the latest news and stories from the social media world next.
News Center 10, live at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching WHEI TV 10.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
We're asking people how big a marriage is.
Like how many people it affects.
Right.
So let's find out.
How big is it? I can't measure it.
Big!
It's worldwide.
I would say as big as the universe.
So your marriage affects more than just the two of you.
How many people?
At least 1,000. If you bring joy to your marriage, people are kind of like, I want that too.
You see those nice people being together, being happy, and you want to enjoy that too.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org and message from the Catholic Church.
We are America's swim team, united by goggle marks,
dry skin, and webbed feet.
Separated by seconds.
Bound by friendships.
We have superhuman powers, superhuman lungs,
superhuman strength. And we love
that after the chlorine wears off
and the water drains from our ears,
we are still America's swim team.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
We are America's swim team.
Hello and welcome to our Social Spotlight segment. Let's check out what's trending today in the world of social media. The perfect Valentine's Day engagement goes to Lady Gaga. Mother Monster is finally engaged to longtime boyfriend and Chicago Fire actor Taylor Kinney. She announced the news on Monday with an Instagram post which included a photo of her heart-shaped diamond engagement ring. Quote, "He gave me his heart on Valentine's Day, and I said yes." The rest of the social media world is asking, why is it surprising to call Jennifer Garner beautiful? During an interview with E! News, Garner recalled, "It was a shock when I got to college to hear people say I was pretty." As a young girl in West Virginia, Garner says she was taught that brains trump beauty. It wasn't until she moved to New York City to become an actress in the early 90s that lesson proved to be invaluable. During the interview, which can be viewed online, fans see that Jennifer is more down to earth. She added to the subject, quote, "If I could do half as good of a job as my mom did, referring to teaching brains over beauty, I'd be pretty happy." That's all we have for our Social Spotlight segment tonight. Now let's send it back over to Elizabeth and Ben at the news desk.
Thanks, Ashley. So normally we have the Scotty C segment today, but now he's here live as a special treat. Let's send it over to him.
And you're in Campus Social Time with Scotty C.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever live Social Spotlight. I am Scotty C, and this week it is all about previewing the Oscars. The torch for host has been passed down from selfie-taking Ellen DeGeneres to the always entertaining Neil Patrick Harris. So promises to be some entertainment with the host. And for Best Pictures, we have a few favorites. Number one is The Imitation Game, which features the real-life story of a cryptanalyst during the World War II era named Alan Turing, who broke the Nazi code used for language amongst the Nazis and helped the British attain victory in World War II. Also nominated is Selma, and everybody's favorite right now, American Sniper. Best Actor, Bradley Cooper is nominated for his role as Chris Kyle, the most deadliest sniper in American history. On top of that, Michael Keaton, a highly decorated actor, is back in the Oscar nomination category for his role in Birdman, and Steve Carell plays an abnormal role for him as he takes on a serious role as the coach of an Olympian wrestler. And here's a preview of that right now.
I want to be the best in the world. I want to go to Seoul. And go good.
What's he get out of all this? I want to see this country soar again.
This is more than just some piece of metal.
So there are your nominees for Best Actor, and on to Best Actress, where Reese Witherspoon is in the news again as she took on the role of in the movie Wild. So she is nominated, as well as Rosamund Pike, who plays the role in Gone Girl as a young lost wife when her husband goes on the trail to find her. She is nominated for that role, and here's a clip of that movie Gone Girl right now.
Beautiful wife, handsome husband.
Wife goes missing on her anniversary.
Nick Dunn, did you kill your wife?
We need to prepare your defense. And if we decide to go with your version of the truth.
This man may truly kill me.
In her own words.
Well, you bumped up Amy's life insurance to $1.2 million.
Because she told me to.
Where's your wife, Nick?
This is a ticking time bomb.
What about my son?
Nick!
Gone Girl, rated R, October 3rd.
All right, there are some of your nominees for the 87th Oscars. Be sure to tune in Sunday night at 8 to get all your Oscar entertainment. And remember, at the Oscars, the unexpected always happens. Just ask Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, back to the news desk with Elizabeth and Ben.
Thanks, Scotty. So, we all normally have a big root for the Oscars. Who are you rooting for?
You know, I actually don't really watch Oscars.
You don't watch the Oscars?
No.
I like the Oscars. I'm a girl. I like seeing all of the celebrities, what they're wearing and all their pretty dresses. And I like movies. I don't go as often as I wish, but I like movies, so I think it wins. It's time to throw it over to Jeff to take a look at today's top sports story.
On Saturday, which was Senior Day, things went sour as the women's basketball team lost to Mount Union 70-61. The Purple Raiders sank 13 three-pointers in the victory, overcoming a 27-point effort by Heidelberg's Carly Patrick. Despite the loss, HU clinched a spot in the OAC tournament with Muskegon's loss to Ohio Northern. The Berg can clinch a home playoff game if they win against either of their next two opponents. Heidelberg will look to secure a home tournament game tonight as they travel to Capital University for a 7:30 p.m. start. Also on Saturday, the Heidelberg men's basketball team fought hard on Saturday before Mount Union pulled away for an 82-71 win over the Student Princess. The Berg trailed by just 4 at halftime and was within 6 with just under 10 minutes to play, but their comeback efforts fell short. Mount Union dominated the boards, pulling down 38 rebounds compared to just 23 for Heidelberg. The Berg forced 17 turnovers while committing just 6 of their own. Heidelberg will return home for their final 2 games of the regular season, with their next contest scheduled to be against Capital tonight for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. That's all we have for our Berg Sports today. Let's send it back over to Elizabeth and Ben at the news desk.
Thanks, Jeff.
So hopefully girls basketball can clinch that spot in the OAC tournament.
Yeah.
That'd be great to keep their season going a little longer.
Definitely.
When we return, the most watched NBC telecast in 10 years.
You're watching WHEI TV 10.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Oh, Dad, wait till you see the bike we got for Jake.
Hearing loss happens gradually with age, making it easy to ignore. Yet most older Americans aren't getting their hearing tested. Untreated hearing loss can keep your loved ones from enjoying what they cherish most.
Hear me?
Don't let that happen. Speak up about hearing loss. You'll be glad you did.
Some risks are obviously worth taking.
Watch where you're going!
Some aren't as obvious, but could be just as deadly, like the risk for type 2 diabetes, especially if you're over 45 or overweight. Take the diabetes risk test. It's free and takes less than a minute. Type 2 diabetes is one you can't afford to take. So stop diabetes before it stops you.
I feel like it's all on my shoulders. How am I going to take care of my parents if they develop an eye disease like glaucoma? Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness in African Americans and Hispanics in the United States. And what about my kids? Will they inherit it? Not to mention my risk factor. I'm really and I need some answers.
Call 1-800-437-2423 or go to ahaf.org for answers, including a free brochure on glaucoma.
Welcome back to WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Let's get to our last story of the night.
The Saturday Night Live 40th Anniversary special drew a huge audience for NBC on Sunday night.
3.5 hours. It averaged 23.1 million viewers, making it NBC's most watched non-sports primetime entertainment telecast in more than 10 years.
That dates back to 2004 when 23.9 million viewers watched ER on the night of the Frasier series finale.
The hour-long red carpet special averaged 11.1 million viewers, and on social media, a record-breaking 9.1 people interacted with 1.3 million tweets about the show.
So that's a lot of people watching Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Did you tune in?
I actually didn't.
Saturday Night Live it makes me laugh. It's really funny. I like it. Thank you for watching WHEI News Center 10 live at 5. Our program tonight was produced and presented by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday for our next broadcast.
I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Ben.
And for Jeff, Ashley, Scotty, and all the WHEI production crew, we thank you for watching.